Another day in paradise. All right, so let's see how bad I can butcher this explanation. So basically, y'all, when I was first putting this whole fan situation together, I wanted to have it so that it cuts on automatically, of course. Ideally, that's what you want. So I put it in this port, and the switch never cut on. So I was thinking, or me and YouTube, some of you guys thought that this isn't as hot as what would be down here in this port. But honestly, I didn't really want to have another thing around my headers, another, you know, wire to tuck away from my headers. I didn't want to deal with that headache. And if I did use one of the cylinder heads to put the little thermostat, then I would probably have to use this one over here. And I would have to basically fish the wire around a whole lot of things. Don't really want to do that. So I would really like to have it up here and out the way. It would be a whole lot easier to have it up here and out the way. So I actually went and got a new thermostat that I'm going to try out. The one that I had was a 195. It was designed to cut on at 195, which is ideal, but I don't think it gets that hot up here. So now I got one that cuts on at 190. Actually, my bad, 180. So I'm gonna try the 180 up here and hope and pray that it actually cuts on like it's supposed to up here. And hopefully I won't have to put it in any other port. I really want to use this port. So yeah, that's what we're really doing in this episode. I gotta put my drive shaft back in. I gotta put fluid back in my transmission and stuff like that. But other than that, the real point of this video is putting the 180-degree thermostatic switch in here to see if it works better than the 195 that was in it before. And the whole reason why I'm doing this is because I really need my truck to take care of itself, basically, if it's in the hands of somebody else. And it's probably going to be going to a Driveshaft shop kind of soon. And I would really hate for someone to forget to cut the fan on or something like that. So I'm trying to just alleviate all of the possible damage that could be done because of that. So that's why I'm deciding to go ahead and try to fix that fan situation, just so that I know that the fan will cut on and no other damage will be done while it's away from me and out of my care. It's a good thing we don't have to be under here all day, because I'm not trying to have another repeat of the last video, because it sucked really badly. I think I'm just gonna put it in neutral and make sure these match up right, because oh wait, no, I got it perfect. You know, something I really don't understand is that right when I want to work on my truck, the weather gets terrible. It's like, for some reason, when I'm going to school, the weather is perfect. When I'm going to work, the weather is perfect. But then when I actually have to spend a lot of time outside working on my truck, the bottom falls out. I'm starting to think it's a test of how dedicated I am. But you know what they say, you know what I mean, no sacrifice and no victory, and gotta do the things that you never did to get to the places you've never been and all that. So that's the only thing that's been pep talking me to doing this, even though we all know, y'all know, everybody knows I do not like working in the rain. Oh well, we're here now. At the very least, y'all get a video. And the one thing I do hate, I'm not trying to make any like videos that are repeating information. Like, that's really what I've been trying to avoid, is repeating information. Y'all would have just seen, well, still nothing's happening. I still haven't done anything, and I'm not doing well in school. And y'all are gonna get that update literally every week. So that's just what I've been trying to avoid, and that's why I haven't been posting anything lately. Kevin Dean, you know what would make today much better? Some burnouts. That would make my week. I think we gotta make that happen on a closed course. Of course. Right, and now it will move again. And I'm gonna check those bolts down there. Make sure y'all can see that. I'm gonna check the bolts on the tail housing one more time just to make sure we're good to go. Cause you know, I was probably tired last time I was under here, so I'm gonna check those and make sure they're right first, and then we'll go ahead and move on with the rest of the day. Yeah. Nice. All right. Everything looks good under there. I just wanted to, you know, put the drive shaft back in and make sure I bolted everything up right the first time, and everything looks all right. So now I want to do that situation with the thermostat.
Okay. One down, one to go.
Drink up Chevy truck. Haven't heard my truck in a while. And then, you know, drove my truck in a while. I think we might have to get the keys over to my stunt driver today. Cause I mean, transmission's already messed up. You know, the stunt driver can't really mess it up anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, whatever. I mean, you know, it would be a really smart idea to make sure it's not coming out the bottom right now, wouldn't it? And it's not. Cool. And I'm really just filling this up just to have enough in it to probably move it onto the street and then get a better level for it.
Okay, we won't.
Now we're in trouble.
Stop when the rain stops. It took you a minute. You had to pause. It was some hesitation. You didn't get it right away.
Probably gonna be some pressure behind this, but it is what it is. Whatever, if it comes out, it comes out. I expect it to kind of do a little tss. If I can get it off without punching anything. I'm just gonna back up just so it I'm gonna keep it on there though while it does it. What?
Nothing, huh? Hey, we're better to be safe, right?
Yeah. And there's a possibility I might need to use the adapter for this. Let's see, yes I will, but it's cool because I got it already. Alright y'all, so now we got the new thermostatic switch in there and the old adapter and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and thread that in there.
Real tight, so.
This thing. That's the actual switch part.
Okay. I was wondering where it was.
Yeah, it's two separate pieces. And the hole down in there, I thought the hole like actually had coolant coming out of it, but it doesn't. That's that hole is sealed.
Yeah, I saw
like,
the hole
okay,
when you were installing it.
Yeah.
So why even have it there then?
I don't know. I guess they just wanted to give you some option with what switch you have, maybe. I don't know.
And that's a heat sensor. Right?
Yeah. Thermostatic switch.
It must have something to do with insulation in some way, shape, or form. That metal touches what they really need to get the heat reading from.
Yeah.
And only that.
That should be good. I'm gonna go inside the truck and then route the wires from the old toggle switch, slap them things on there, and crank it up and see what happens.
Okay. Route the wires.
Yep. Yeah, the switch I got inside. I'm gonna take those off of there
and just send
them right there,
okay.
And then just see if it works that way.
Cool things.
I'm really hoping this thing cuts on.
Hope it what? Cuts on. Oh,
yeah.
Cuts on and automatically cools.
Yeah.
Polarity, that doesn't matter.
In this case, it might not. I mean, of course, if it doesn't cut on initially, then I'll switch them and try it again. I'm just gonna leave these loose for right now because I just want to see if it's gonna work. And then if it doesn't, then we can slap it right back on the toggle switch and run it like that for a little bit longer. Well, all right. I guess it's time to connect the battery and see what's gonna happen. Woo! Yeah, there you go. I miss this thing so much. I said whew. Like I said, y'all, this the thermostatic switch that came out of it was a 195. It was designed to cut on at 195 degrees, and the one I got in it now is designed to cut on at 180 degrees in that same position. I'm using the same slot that I used before. The 195 didn't work there. I'm hoping the 180 will be a little bit more sensitive and will work in its place. So try to let it warm up. I'll go ahead and cut to you know, the truck being warm, and we'll see if it works. All right, so I just went out there and checked. I got no leaks. We're at 160 degrees. This thing said that it would cut on at 180, which I think is going to be more so like 190 because of where we position everything. I know I'm probably repeating myself, but I just like to, I don't know, I guess say it on camera so I don't have to explain it as much through text to everybody. I'm by no means a car expert, a teacher, or anything like that, but I just try to show people my experiences with these things, and maybe my own experiences will help with other people. So come on, cut on for me. Cut on for me. Wait a minute. That's where it cut on. I knew it was gonna do that. I knew it was gonna do that. It cut on as soon as I cut, when you cut the engine off and there's no coolant circulating anymore. And now I cut back off. I got my work cut out for me. But I knew it was going to do that because usually when you cut the engine off and there's a coolant, no coolant circulating through the system, then it'll get a little bit hotter. So, but it didn't stay on though. So, come on, come back on for me. Come on. Oh, it's on now. It's on. But it looks like it's kind of halfway though. It's not like fully on though. Let me go take a look. Now it's off. Let's let it warm back up and see what it does then. I'm gonna let it warm back up and see what it does after that. But it did cut on. It was just really late in the game though. I would rather it cut on a little bit sooner than that. I might just have to put it over there in that place that I really don't want to put it in, because I know if I do that, then the cooling system is going to start pouring out, basically pouring everything out, because that's like the lowest point over there for the cooling system. So if I unplug that, then everything's going to pour out of there, and I got to kind of be fast and or just be ready to replace the amount of coolant that comes out, or just replace all the coolant that's in there anyway. And it's a lot because it's a big radiator, so I'll just have to be fast, that's all. Have to be ready to put the new one right on it as soon as the old thing comes off. Up, fans on. So how long will it keep it on though? Because I'm trying to, it can't just be going crazy. Like, it needs to be more consistent than that for me to trust it. But it's on right now, so let's go take a look at it. Perfect. Oh, I'll go ahead and shut the hood. Oh, you know what? All this stuff right here. It just shut it off. Okay, it shut it off because it brought it back down to temp already. I think it's because the hood is up. It's being really inconsistent because the hood lets all the heat go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close the hood and I'm gonna see if it'll be a little bit more consistent with how it's running. Because I mean, I guess the ideal conditions are hood closed, sitting, you know, in traffic. So I need to mimic those conditions to know that I can trust it. There's the fan. That's the fan cutting on. Yep, so it's on right now. And it cut on at about 200 degrees, so that's ideal. I think we fixed it, y'all. I think this is rather ideal. Keeps it on, won't shut it off until it goes down again. So it'll be doing a lot of fluctuating, a lot of turning on and turning off, but I think it's time we take it for a drive and see what it does. Of course, we're gonna stay in the neighborhood, so just in case, you know, switch fails or something like that, we can always push it back basically, and we can always fix it right there where it is. And everybody knows us in the neighborhood, so it won't be a big deal if it's got to sit in front of somebody's house. So that's why we always do our test drives right out here. So now the fan's off. All right, bet. That's what's up. Might be able to drive it. I do need to move it out onto the street and get the a good transmission level for it. So we might be in business. It looks like the first time it cuts on closer to, like it goes a little bit over 200. And I usually try to keep it under 200 at all costs, because 230 and up, that's where I blew my motor the last time. So I guess I try to stay away from 200 as much as I can, because I think only LS motors and the new school engines are the only engines that actually live above 200. So I try to keep it between 180 and 200 all the time. And then it just cut on again. All right, well I think we out the woods, y'all. I said we go get Kevin Dean and do some burnouts. So we're gonna go ahead and strap the camera on the stunt driver. He's gonna go take the truck for a little spin on a closed course.
There you go. That's not a little white truck, neighborhood popo. All right, justice is gagged.
Justice is served.
Now I get to tell them when I see, hey, you know those 11s out in front of y'all?
This thing runs so good for something that we literally built and then basically in our front yards. Like,
no, that's awesome.
It runs too good.
Amazing. Amazing.
I'm gonna hang it out just a little bit, Kevin Dean. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
We ain't gonna lose it though.
Nah. Who can hand drive. Who can't?
I still got them hands.
It helps you get around the corners, you know, just spin it just a little bit.
You built a monster story.
And the crazy thing about it is that this isn't even like the half of it. Like, it can get so much crazier.
Much more, yeah.
It can get so much crazier. But it's such a like smooth vehicle to slide. Like, for how big and how awkward it is, you can just toss it around and it'll just be like, okay, let's go. I'll wait for this thing to cut on. It should only take a second. There it goes.
Okay. Nice.
Alright, y'all, I haven't closed out a video on a GoPro in a long time. Y'all know I don't really like, you know, GoPro footage, but I mean, it serves the purpose very well, especially when it's raining outside and stuff like that. So I don't know why, but it just always rains when I have a free day to work on my truck. It's happened the past like 3 weeks that I've tried to work on it. So I just had to say whatever and go ahead and just sit out in the rain. But I mean, got a video out today, so that's really exciting. I can't wait to edit it, can't wait to post it and all that, because I think it was a pretty fun video to make. The C10 is running pretty good. I like the temperature that it's running at. I don't know, I guess there's this thing in my head that says stay away from 200 degrees at all costs, but I guess it's not that bad. Like I said, comment below, what do you guys usually run your setups at? Usually like what temperature is ideal to you as an individual? Is it 200 degrees for the fan to cut on? Is it 190? Is it 180? Blah, 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 blah. Where does your fan usually cut on and cut off? And where do you like to have your small block in terms of the normal operating temperature? Where do you like to have it? I like to have mine between 180 and 200 and nothing above that. But the thing cuts on at 205, so I'm being like a stickler right now because y'all know me. I like to have stuff a certain way, and when it's not that way, then I try to go out of my way and whatever. I think this video is long enough. It's probably going to be like 30 minutes long, but since it's the only video, I hope y'all don't mind. Yeah, comment below, and we'll see if I leave it like that or if I try to, you know, get a new setup in it and make it cut on even sooner. But I don't think it needs it, honestly. By the way it was acting, like it literally acts like a new car. Like when you drive it, it doesn't have the fan on at all. Whereas before I used to have the fan just on all the time. When you're driving, the fan is off completely. And then as soon as you decide to stop, maybe 3 or 4 minutes after you come to a complete stop, fan cuts on and then, you know, starts fluctuating and does all that. So it acts like a new car in traffic, basically, which is really cool to see in an old school car. That's something I've never had before. Like, I've never had an electric fan, 1, and 2, I've never had one that cuts on and off by itself. So high tech, for me anyways, high tech. So yep, like I said, y'all comment below. I really appreciate you guys watching. I know I have been really slow with content lately, but this accounting class is no joke, and I'm trying to I really have to put all of my effort towards it if I have any hopes of passing it. So just like that, y'all, this one's pretty much over. I really appreciate you guys watching. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.